343 has officially rebranded to Halo Games Studios, and with this comes a brand new dawn of possibilities with the Halo franchise, and because of this, I am so happy to report that there is hope again. So this weekend, there was the HCS World Championship, and with it, they showed off a brand new third-person view mode for Halo Infinite, and they showed off a brand new tease for the future of Halo with Project Foundry. A little tech demo showing off some of the stuff they've already cooked up with Unreal Engine 5, and let me tell you, as a Halo fan, it looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. The future for this series is bright once again, and I, as someone who has championed this series throughout my entire life, and has championed Halo Infinite ever since launch, despite its poor launch and all the drama, 343 has had a lot of things to be criticized for, rightfully so, but this is a promising new venture for 343, especially with them, or my bad, Halo Games. Though I will say, I do hope the logo they showed off during this whole presentation for Halo Studios and Project Foundry isn't the game logo, but just the studio logo, because I think I'm not a big fan. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but we're positive here. We're gonna focus on the possibilities because they showed off the Blightlands, the Pacific Northwest, I believe, and snow-based biomes, and they all look absolutely phenomenal. They showed off some of the new texture mapping on the Magnum. They showed off a new look for the Energy Sword and the Elites, the Mark V Mjolnir armor from Combat Evolved. Absolutely fucking stunning. That's like the biggest thing I can say about this. It all looked absolutely stunning, and I think like when they when they show off an official product with a more Halo style to it, it's going to just absolutely blow people away, especially now that they aren't bound to previous gen consoles and are only got to work on next gen or current gen consoles, and with all the bells and whistles of UA5 and hopefully some them being able to actually get help with the engine instead of just having to bring on new people and teach them the slip space engine. Hopefully this can lead to some very positive things for the series. And they have confirmed that they're working on new projects, one of which is most likely the Halo Combat Evolved remake that's been going around the rumor mill. I have my reservations with it, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I want to talk about the possible future for Halo as a franchise with these new possibilities. We already know it looks stunning and it looks amazing. Halo Infinite, this might be a hot take. In my opinion, Halo Infinite looked great because of its art style. But now that we're pushing into the Unreal Engine, it could look even better with an art style and with all the bells and whistles. I'm sure I already said something about this, but I am completely just rambling right now because I really wanted to talk about this after work. I've been on a sort of streaming break and slight content break, but this is such an important thing that I just had to talk about it. So, with that being said, like, earliest I think we might hear about a new Halo game, if it is the supposed Combat Evolved remake, I think we might get a tease about it at the Game Awards with a 2026 release, like an early 2026 release date at most. Otherwise, we're probably not going to hear anything about it until next year. Halo Infinite is probably going to be getting either a complete overhaul if they want to keep adding content to it, or they're just going to completely shift focus to these new projects. And if they're going to make a brand new Halo game in the mainline series, what I think needs to be done is that we need a better working theater mode, multiplayer, of course, campaign. I honestly think we need Firefight. I feel like Firefight is such a core part of Halo's PvE outside of the multiplayer that it needs to be added at launch. And I think for Firefight, we should get at least like 2-3 versions of it. One being the standard wave base from like 3 and 3 or from ODST and Reach. One could be a more Spartan Ops style, like mission based. One kind of like Spartan Ops, as I said, and Warzone Firefight. And then Firefight King of the Hill from Halo Infinite. I haven't uploaded the footage that my friend Red helped me capture because of a couple of issues and other things where I've kind of just pushed that video a little back. It will come out soon because it was still a fun recording session, but yeah, enough about future video projects. I feel like those sort of 3 experiences for Firefight are completely necessary to add at launch, along with the campaign. Of course, we need theater mode. That's a given. Multiplayer is a given, and hopefully with the Unreal Engine, they're able to keep and even expand upon custom games again, like how they did with Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite custom games are insane, and Forge, of course, needs to be added at launch. I think that's another big thing that needs to happen at launch, is Forge needs to be on par with how it was at launch of Halo Infinite, maybe even a few updates down, because the possibilities of Forge maps in Halo Infinite are through the fucking roof, to the point to where people are making their own campaign experiences, and either being able to do that again and maybe even more is an absolute must at launch. Those are kind of like the main things that they need. They need Firefight, multiplayer, campaign, and Forge to all be solid and ready at launch. I think those are the 4 biggest things they need to do for a new Halo experience, especially if they want to win back a lot of favor within the community, especially if when you look at games like Space Marine 2 and how much positivity it got with its launch. And I think like the only thing I've really heard complained about Space Marine 2 is its servers. So if you can nail all of that, especially with how Space Marine 2 showed that there is still a market for big like single player co-op horde style things, that's another reason why Firefight needs to be there at launch. I'm a big proponent of having multiplayer Firefight campaign and Forge at launch. Those are like my biggest things. I've said that multiple times already. Again, I'm not really working off a script. I'm just rambling. I hope other things that they do. I'm not opposed to a Halo Battle Royale, but I do think they should focus on a main experience first. And then that, like, if they were to make a new Halo game, add all those things that I did mention, and then be like, hey, we're making a Battle Royale. Like, I think that would be fine. And I think if done right, Halo as a series could have a really fun and sick Battle Royale. I think I've done a video on it in the past. If not, I can definitely make one again about how different a Battle Royale could be and how sick it could be. But that should not be a top priority. I think a new entry in Halo Wars would be a good side thing to do. And I know it might be like cliche to say. I know it's a relatively cold take. But a Halo Flood game? A survival horror Flood game? Also another mini side thing, bringing Halo back to rated M, even if they don't do anything crazy on the levels of like Mortal Kombat or a lot of other M-rated games that feel like they need to go in on the blood and guts and gore. Like, no, you could just have it be simple and just have it be like there so they can use environmental storytelling like Combat Evolved did with 343 Guilty Spark and other missions. So yeah, like, there's so many possibilities on what they could do, and I honestly think the future for this amazing series with this new update and transition from 343 Studios to Halo Studios, I think the future for Halo is bright once again. Through the dark times of all the arguments within the 343 games, the transition from Bungie to 343, the Bungie haters, the 343 haters, like, I just want people to enjoy Halo again, with this being a series that is so important to me growing up with it, that when they showed that snow biome and they showed the Banshee flying through, I legit almost started tearing up because of the memories of playing through missions like Attack on the Control Room and just flying around in the Banshee at the very end of the mission. Like, it brought back those great memories, and I honestly just want Halo to do well again, and I am sick of all the division. I just want people to enjoy this series that I thoroughly enjoy, and I am glad to be able to have that hope again. So, I want to thank you dudes for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. In fact, while we're talking about comments, if you dudes want, I would love to hear what you guys would love to see from this new era of upcoming Halo content. I would love to hear your guys' ideas, hopes, be it for new side games, mainline games, whatever. I just want to hear your hopes for the future, what you guys want to see, what you guys might not want to see. Let's have a discussion about this series in the comments, because at the end of the day, I have hope for the series and I want to see it thrive, and I'm sure anyone that made it this far into the video does too. Hell, it's the reason why my new profile pic incorporates this Spartan OC or outfit, I guess you could say, for my self-insert OC avatar thing. It combines two things that I love, being Halo and fighting games. It's specifically a reference to the Marvel vs. Capcom Duo Team Attack. And I wanted to also incorporate my love for Halo into that as well. So, again, if you guys enjoyed this, I'm sorry about my rambling about how odd topic I got there. But if you guys do enjoy, feel free to leave a like, comment what your hopes are for the series, what you would like to see going forward, and subscribe for more fighting game, Halo, and other content.